everyone, so I just watched the video about the Milky Way galaxy and kind of the formation of it, what it looks like, and kind of characteristics around certain parts of it. So today we're going to talk about kind of what portion of the Milky Way we might find habitable exoplanets in. So this isn't to say that there are habitable exoplanets in this area, but just that possibly they could exist in an area like this. So first let's kind of look at the main parts of the Milky Way galaxy. So in the very, very center of the Milky Way galaxy, we're going to start in the middle, we have a black hole. So this is relatively tiny compared to the size of the galaxy as a whole, but itself is pretty large of an object to have in there. So after you move out from that black hole, then you're going to get to the center bulge. And the center bulge is kind of a cylindrical bar that's found in the middle, and this consists mostly of red stars. And it's pretty old in there, and the gas has kind of run out in this area. So that's why you wouldn't see a habitable exoplanet within that part of the system. It's kind of too old for it, doesn't have enough energy to be produced because it's run out of the gas. So as we move further coming out of the bulge, there are these spiral arms. And these spiral arms kind of act as nurseries for new stars coming in. So we see a lot of like nebula there and massive stars, but those things don't live very long. So that wouldn't exactly be the best area where we would see a habitable exoplanet. So where we would more likely see one is one kind of in between the bands. So it wouldn't be on the band necessarily, but there's gaps between these bands because it's kind of like a spiral motion going around. So in between the lines, we might see habitable exoplanets. And this is because the spiral arms themselves, like I said, are kind of like more than nurseries. They have tons of stars within them. And as the teacher was telling us, it's kind of like traffic jam areas where a lot of stars kind of congregate, and they might get like stuck in those spiral arms for a while as they're continuing around, but eventually they can get out of it. So for us, our sun is located kind of on the outskirts of a smaller spiral arm. So if you have a sun like that for another planet that has characteristics like Earth, which maybe, make it habitable, you would think again it would occur in some sort of area like that. So in an outskirt of a smaller arm may be their sun, so the planet itself would be located further out from that than the spiral arm. And as we move even further away from the spiral coming out of the bulge, we get into an area that would be considered the halo. So this is kind of a spherical group of stars that surrounds this spiral galaxy. And these are extremely far away, and they are very, very old. So it's unlikely that a habitable planet would be in this area. So in conclusion, if we had other habitable exoplanets out there, I think that they would be found kind of in between the spiral arms of the Milky Way galaxies. But yeah, I'd like to hear your opinions.